Hello, guys, and I'm back. Today, we're going to be talking about something very interesting, something involving the Super Mario Brothers franchise. Okay, so let's get right into this. As you can see, I'm going to be talking about Princess Toadstool, aka Princess Peach. I bet you all are wondering, why is Princess Toadstool's design so different from the current Princess Peach that you see now? Well, that's what this video is about. Today, we're going to be discussing why Princess Peach design looks so different and answer some of your questions. So let's get right into this. The Super Mario Brothers Super Show. It was a show that came out a long time ago in the early, not the early, the late 90s. Okay, so I grew up with this cartoon myself. I grew up watching this cartoon back when like, back then where when you got a lot of stuff out of the cereal box. So, Super Mario Bros. Super Show is a Super Mario cartoon that was made in the 90s, and the designs were, very different from the Mario designs that you see now. Mario's overalls is red and Luigi's overalls are green. This is back when Super Mario Bros. 3 was like it was the time, excuse me, it was the time when Super Mario Bros. 3 was popular. People were still playing it, the original Super Mario Brothers, in the Pixel Mario days. That's when this cartoon came out. So that's why the designs look, you know, dramatically or very different. So even the art style, but the characters do look like their Japanese counterparts. The colors aside, everybody looks like how they're supposed to look like design wise, because you can still recognize who is who, right? Although Toad looks a bit different too. But let's talk about Princess Peach or Princess Toadstool. So Nintendo of America changed Princess Peach's name during this era. So her name got changed to Princess Peach name got changed to Princess Toadstool because Nintendo America had changed it while localizing the Super Mario Bros. Okay, so that's what I got so far. But we're not done with this little, you know, mystery. Not a mystery, but we're not done yet. Why is Princess Toadstool designed so different from the current Princess Peach? So, Princess Toadstool has red hair, and her dress is a bit different, and the crown is a bit, kind of plain. It's just all yellow, and then she has no things over her arms, covering her hands. Her skin color looks kind of tannish. Why didn't she look like how the average Princess Peach look during this time, during the 90s, during the 1980s? During this time, the characters did look a bit different in the video game art as well. Okay, so in the old days, back in the 90s, there was certain, the way Mario characters are drawn and colored was in a different way. So Princess Peach hair here is a little more darker than her usual blonde, and her dress looks like a different color too. And the design of the dress looks, kind of different. Excuse me. She doesn't have the little things on her arm to cover her hands and halfway cover her arms. So it looks kind of similar to the design you see in the Super Mario Bros. Super show. So let me show you another artwork of Peach. So this is a sprite of Princess Peach. Her hair is red right here, and she has the things covering up her hands, and her dress is all pink right here. So back in the day, Peach had dark reddish hair, apparently. You can see it in this picture real good. The design does look a little bit different, you know. It does look like a mixture of the current Peach we see now, but it has a different colors. Let me show you more artwork of Peach from the early days. This is sprite artwork of Princess Peach in the early Mario games back in the day. She has red hair here, and her skin color does look quite tan, so I see where they got the design from now, and why Princess Toadstool looks very different from current Princess Peach, because the artwork that they was referencing back in the day didn't have Princess Peach looking like current Princess Peach. It was just, she had dark hair and her skin was just kind of tannish. I'll show you another one. As you can see, Mario's design is a bit different. You guys can tell that Princess Peach's design is different too, but her dress is white and the crown is yellow. But in the design from the Super Show cartoon, you got the same skin color and the same red hair color, and you got the same crown, same color crown. So they might have referenced the design from the art from this original Mario. Okay, so Princess Toadstool design is a mixture of Princess Peach from the early days of the Super Mario Brothers and early games, you know, with the sprites. Princess Peach original design had much darker hair, and her crown was just yellow. Just you know, yellowish. And she didn't have nothing covering her hands that much either in certain artwork of Peach, and her dress does look like that. It's just the top of it is missing the little, you know how the thing is around Princess Toadstool dress at the top of it by her neck. I think it's missing that little, you know, design part of the dress. So that's what Princess Peach looked like. So they was referencing from the artwork they got from the early Super Mario Brothers. There was also another cartoon back then, another Mario cartoon back then called The Adventures of Super Mario Brothers 3. I actually seen this cartoon too because I had it on DVD. Actually, like back in the day, they used to have these things in the cereal boxes, like CDs where you could get out of the cereal box back then. And so I ended up getting one of them, and I ended up getting a CD that had a bunch of cartoons on it and it had Mario on it too. I do not know where it's at now. It's probably gone, but yeah, we had some interesting stuff back then. They were pretty fun. So this is another Mario cartoon that Princess Toadstool, and you know, the designs of the Mario game inside this cartoon also looks the same as the previous cartoon I was talking about earlier. Now let's go look at some more arts involving this series. I'm gonna be looking at some official art of Mario. Okay, so the cover art of that show seems to be referencing this artwork right here of the official Nintendo artwork. Mario overalls isn't red, they're blue. So on the last cover, Mario overalls were red, so they swapped out, like, they swapped what the colors were originally. His clothes, they swapped his colors on his clothes a bit. But Mario does look, similar to his official design. Check this out. Check this official artwork out of the Super Mario's characters. This is Super Mario Brothers 3. Now, I grew up playing Super Mario Brothers 3, the original, on the Nintendo system, so I'm used to this game too. It was pretty tricky, but it was an interesting, fun game to play back in the day. That's when, like, during the early days, that's when you really had internet and you had to do, like, when you playing a game, you had to do most of the stuff by yourself based on strategy. So times change. Everything is quite easier if you get stuck on a game nowadays. But back then, you would have to do it on your own based on strategy. If you die, you would have to, like, start all the way over. Most of the time, you did have to start all the way over on old games. So back to what I was saying. Super Mario Bros. 3 box art. Here's another artwork. Okay, so first off, Princess Peach hair is blonde right here. The dress is, it looked like a similar design to Princess Toadstool's, but I think the colors are much brighter. She got the white gloves or something. Not the gloves, the white hand covering that goes up to her arm. The haircut line is so dark. But in this cartoon, the Super Mario Bros. Cartoon, like the Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3 cartoon, Princess Toadstool has the same design that she had in the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Mario and Luigi does too. But that cartoon, the Super Mario Bros. 3 cartoon, is based on this. So why didn't they update Princess Toadstool's design in the Super Mario Bros. 3 cartoon? Why didn't they do that? Because that's there's a completely different cartoon from the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. They might have the same characters, but they could have at least updated the designs a little bit more. They probably didn't want to touch up on it and just wanted to use the same character designs as the previous on the previous show to make things easier for them. Let's talk about King Koopa's design. Okay, so with a name like that, yes, if he's the king, that means he is supposed to be Bowser. Bowser is a ruler too, right? Okay, so his design looks very, very different from the Bowser we know inside the Mario Brothers games. He is green. He's green. You got the yellow stomach. Well, his design is just very, very... Well, the colors are kind of yuck. I don't like them that much because they don't make the character pop out that much. The colors look kind of... Well, they're too dark for me, Need something bright. And this character, you can tell that he's not supposed to be like a appealing character with colors like this, Okay, so why does King Koopa looks like this? So, in the early days of Mario back then, Bowser used to look like this. And it's not surprising. But I think the design colors come from, the inspiration comes from like this sprite along. And Bowser is all green right here. All green. And he's kind of like peach on the skin. He has them white horns and those white teeth and them white sharp nails. So it's a simpler design to this, if that's what they're going for. then they nailed it. But the green is too dark. Maybe they should have used the light green or something. It's way more different from the current Bowser we are used to seeing. Now, current Bowser has a bunch of colors. He has green, he has red hair, he has the red on his shell, the green shell, and he has various different colors that makes him pop out. He has a freaking distinct design. Well, the colors overall just makes him, come alive. And the design is very, very, it's an interesting design. And this is the recognizable Bowser, today. But back then, Bowser had a different color scheme. The designs looked pretty. Sometimes they looked different. And plus, this was a different era. This was a different time and a different era. And the time when those Mario cartoons came out, they were going off of the artwork, the official artwork they seen on the box art. And sometimes the box art designs were very, they had these different different colors each time. Sometimes the box art has different color schemes for the characters, so they probably didn't know which ones to go with, for the official colors of the characters and the design choices. The team who was working on cartoons was probably going off of the box art of the characters at that time, probably. Talking about Toad. Okay, so let's talk about Toad and his design. So this is the official design of Toad. And, that's what Toad looks like currently. Everybody's familiar with this design. He has the blue and yellow vest. And then I guess he has the white pants and the brown shoes. This is the, official Toad design. The cartoon design looks so cartoony. Like, Toad head isn't even round. It's not. The head shape is a bit different. It has the eyebrows. Yeah, he has the eyebrow. The shoe color is the right color. The vest is missing something. The pants, they're the right color. The body shape overall is a bit different. It's just so cartoony. They gave Toad a freaking bright smile. His design is just Saturday morning cartoonish. You can tell just by looking at it. It's just so cartoony. So they nailed what they was going for when it comes to making Toad a bright character. Now then, the designs look very, very different compared to what the characters looking like now in the Nintendo official media. This was a time, early time, like 1980s. So they was just using what they had, like the references and stuff that they had to create the characters' likeness, going off of what they had at the time to create the characters' likeness to, match what the Mario game looks like. And this show isn't a bad looking show overall. It looks very great though. It don't look that bad. The designs are just very different. And sometimes the background characters can look a bit bad. I'm not even gonna lie. The background characters, so they look, the one-off characters. If you ever seen the show, sometimes the designs do look bad, like very bad. They look like they don't fit inside the Mario universe. But the main characters, yeah, they nailed the designs. I think the color schemes are kind of bad. Not the color schemes, but the swapping Mario vest. I say vest. Swapping Mario overalls colors. Mario and Luigi overall colors. And Toad designs looks very cartoony. You should have just made his vest have more color to it instead of it being one color. It should have like design colors too, like the official Toad design and its head shape. And Princess Toadstool, I wouldn't mind if her hair was like, if her design looked much more like Princess Peach. I mean, it does, but the color scheme throws it off a little bit, and nothing covering up her hands. It's not a bad character design, but I think they should have just cleaned it up a little bit more. And yeah, I think that's why the character designs look so different, is that they were going off of what they had at the time. Like back in the 1980s, internet was not what it used to be, like how it is now. And they had this scramble back then. Scramble with what they had. So, this is my answers to why the characters look so different and why Princess Toadstool hair is red. And that's the end of the video. And if you enjoyed it, feel free to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. See you guys next time.